Time to wrap up the weekend's racing action on Sunday, with racing on the Highveld at Turffontein on the Standside track. We have a 10-race programme for the afternoon, featuring the Bway Secretariat Stakes non-black type, and the first of those 10 races will get underway at 11:35. Thanks for joining me as we preview this card. I do think that there's money to be made. There are a few standout bets on the programme, which I think many people will be using as anchors with confidence, and also playing a few doubles and trebles on the afternoon. The first race gets underway at 11:35. I also think that somebody could even walk off with winning the jackpot in the Hollywoodbets Punter Challenge. If you are going to be taking one, your selections need to be on 5 minutes before the advertised starting time, and if you want to walk off with that life-changing jackpot prize, take the bet slip. First race on the programme, Juvenile Plate for fillies, where 8 runners will line up at the 11:60 for the first race on the card. My eye immediately fell on a horse that I've been waiting to see in action again, and I do think 1.67 is a generous price. This horse will no doubt shorten in the betting, and that's number 1, Spiritrix. I remember this horse's debut. It was the Saturday of the Easter weekend. This horse certainly impressed on debut. Despite being slow away, found its rhythm nice and quickly, when popped the question, ran on strongly to finish off a very good contest. I do think, with any amount of natural improvement to come, and with Samanga Kamala retaining the ride, number 1, Spiritrix, will be a tough nut to crack in the opener. Confident selection, 1, Spiritrix to win it. Head of number 4, 8, Hats. For third, I'm going 6, Merryweather. And fourth, number 2, Tina Lovelace. Second race is the opening leg of the Bipot. This reminds me it's Mother's Day because it says, Happy Mother's Day, Juvenile Plate, over 11:60. And as I turned the page, another horse that jumped at me out of the page, and that is number 1, Charming Cheetah. This horse currently at 1.67. I do think that this horse will shorten in the betting, because this horse certainly has got what it takes to bounce back to winning ways. This horse stayed on nicely last time out when finishing third, and that was behind subsequent winner Green Diamond. This horse has also run both starts in feature race company, which tells you that the connections thinks very highly of this individual. Third career start, more improvement to come, I do think will take a power of beating. So 1, Charming Cheetah to win the second, ahead of 2, Red Penny. For third, number 4, Zalatoris, and fourth, number 3, Tin Pan Alley. Place Accumulator, race 3 on the card. You need to be on by 12:45. Standalone meeting, pools will be big. 9 runners will in fact face the starter at the 11:60 for the third race on the card, which happens to be a maiden plate. And here you could probably make a case for more than 2 or 3 of them. Number 6, Soho Heartthrob, is currently priced up even money from an opening call of 1.33, so the favourite has been attracting the support. Craig Zaki for Lucky Udalakis. Number 4, John Bunyan, from 4 to 1 into 3.75 to 1. I like the look of number 6, Lava County. Gavin Larena for Candace Dawson. This is the type of horse that I would go for, a horse that showed improvement from first to second start. I also think that this horse is coming along the right way. I also feel that this horse will go on better on Sunday with further improvement that can be expected. So I'm going to beat the favourite in the third. I'm going with number 6, Lava County, to beat number 1, Muzzin Sword. For third, I'm going with 8, Soho Heartthrob, and fourth, number 4, John Bunyan. We now move on to the next on the card, which is the Pick 6. At pool should be healthy. Race 4, Pinnacle Stakes. 7 runners will face the starter at the 1800 metre mark. And you know, Pinnacle Stakes, one normally looks for the horse that is the highest rated. In this case, it happens to be the favourite, number 1, Parisian Walkway. From an opening call of 1.53, has come into 1.25, but I like the look of the second favourite at 2.5, and that's number 2, Tamarisk Tree. Good to see Muzieni on board again, retaining the ride on Tamarisk Tree for Robbie Sage. This horse has got very, very good consistent form, has reeled off a hat-trick of wins. I do think that another one could be possible on Sunday, This horse is the winner of its last three, the latest of which was over the course and distance, and a repeat of that kind of performance, I do think, will not only make Tamara Street competitive, but will allow him again to unsettle in the winner's enclosure. So I'm going 2 Tamara Street to win it, ahead of number 3, Navajo Nation. For third, I'm going with number 4, Silent War, and fourth, number 1, Parisian Walkway. We move on to race 5, first leg of the Jackpot, a merit-rated 74 handicap. It jumps at 13.55. A field of 9 runners will face the starter in race 5. Here, number 1, Ultimate King, is at 1.52 to 1. Number 5, Future Wolf, at 3.75 to 1. I like the look of number 3, Pretty Analia. She's taking on the boys. She went from 4.55 to 5 to 1 in the betting. I went for her last time out. She didn't let the side down. She's on song to record the hat-trick. A filly that is very, very impressive, has been impressive of late. She won her last 2 races very easy. I mean, you can see by the winning margins. Lewin Schlapper knows her well. And I do think, if one looks at that last form line, the horse that finished in front of her was a horse called Blind Ambition, and the horse they'll finish behind her in fourth was a horse called Streisand. Both of them have come out and subsequently franked the form line of that race. So that's a double boost, that form line. And I do think Pretty Analia is the right one for me on Sunday. Race 5, I'm going 3 Pretty Analia to win it, ahead of 1, The Ultimate King. For third, I'm going with number 7, Capella, and fourth, number 5, Future Wolf. That takes us on to race 6 on the program, which is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,400 meters. And in this case, I've gone for the highest rated, and that is number 1, Main Defender. One thing I'm sure many of you know now, I've always been a fan. This is the one horse that I constantly go for. Very seldom lets the side down. Model of consistency. In fact, the last couple of runs been super, super impressive. Winner of his last 2. He won the Grade 2 Hawaii in his last start. Loves this course and distance. To me, rates the one to beat. So I'm going 1 Main Defender to win it, ahead of 2 Purple Picture. For third, I'm going with number 5, Truth, and fourth, number 6, White Pearl. Takes us on to race 7, which is the non-black type Bway Secretariat Stakes, to be run over 1,400 meters. Here I'm looking no further than number 1, Royal Force, currently priced up at 4 to 1, and that in fact is the second favourite in the betting, behind number 2, Immediate Edge, who shortened from 3.03 into 2.86 to 1. Royal Force, to me, gets Piers Stradom back on board. Ran on well when winning last time out. That was over the course and distance. I think this is a horse that's still on the up. Highest rated in the race. Should be the one to beat. So I'm going 1 Royal Force to beat. Number 2, Immediate Edge. For third, number 6, Dance King. And fourth, number 3, Pot Berry. 8th race on the card is a merit-rated 106 handicap, where 9 of them will line up at the 1,000 meter mark for the running of the 8th race on the card. Here I'm siding with the second favourite, number 6, Mount Pinatubo. The favourite is number 4, Cosmic Star, currently priced up 2.86 to 1. Then at 3.03, number 6, Mount Pinatubo. 4 to 1, 1 Dreamland, and 2 Quantum Theory, both at 4 to 1. A race where you're probably going to have to put all 4 of them in if you safely want to get through the last leg of the first Jackpot and to get through the second last leg of the Pick 6. But as I said, I like Mount Pinatubo from Barrier Precision 2, was second last time out behind a decent sort, and that was Buffalo Storm Cody that this horse ran second to. I do think that he's the type of horse that certainly will give us a good run for our money. He is having his second run after the rest, so should strip a lot fitter. He won his only attempt over the course and distance too, and on form, to me, the one they all have to beat. So I'm going 6 Mount Pinatubo to beat number 1 Dreamland, for third number 2 Quantum Theory, and fourth number 4 Cosmic Star. That takes us on to the penultimate race on the programme, race number 9, a merit-rated 93 handicap, one for the girls with 10 runners will face the starter at the 1,000 metre mark. This is also one of those races where you need to put in a couple to safely see you through the last leg of the place Accumulator and the last leg of the pick 6. I'm going here with number 4, Cosmic Queen, currently priced up 5-1 in the betting. The favourite here is number 6, Virgin River, at 2.5, and number 2, Night Vigil, at 3.57. Cosmic Queen, to me, if you look at the form, that first 2 runs in its form line, you'll see this horse runs for Gavin Arena. He's now back on board. I do think he's much better than that last start when finishing out of the placings. That was a bit of an indifferent run if you look at his form, but he was reported to be coughing that day. And the one thing that counts in Cosmic Queen's favour is the fact that she's having a 3rd run after rest, so she should be cherry ripe for the occasion. I'm going for Cosmic Queen to win it, ahead of 2, Night Vigil, for 3rd, number 6, Virgin River, and 4th, number 3, Simply Majestic. Last race on the card, race number 10, is a merit-rated 76 handicap to be run over 1,000 metres, and if all goes according to plan and according to schedule, the last race on the card, if it will open up on that page, should jump at 16.55. Here I'm going for the favourite in the last, hoping that number 4, Phantom Express, can get you out of it if you need to make your money back at the end of the day. Gavin Arena, Paul Matchett. I think Gavin's going to have a super day at Turffontein on Sunday. I'm going with 4, Phantom Express. This horse, to me, has been a model of consistency and could be rewarded accordingly. I do think that Gavin will get the best out of Phantom Express in the rundown to the wire. So it's 4, Phantom Express to beat number 15 over the page. Twice as wild. For 3rd, I'm going with number 6, My One and Only, and 4th, number 3, Shake It. 4, 15, 6 and 3 are the numbers I'm going with in the last of the afternoon, and that takes care of the 10 races at Turffontein on Sunday afternoon. Trust it would have been an enjoyable and profitable weekend's racing for you. Chat to you in the week. Till then, cheers for now.